everybody. My name is Siyanda Gumede and I'm from South Africa, and currently I serve in an organization called African Enterprise, and the mission and the vision of the organization is to evangelize the cities of Africa. So today I wanted to share a bit about my story and where I come from. So as I said, I was born in a small town called Kokstad. So my mom and dad got married when they were still young. So at that time, my dad had found work in a municipality in Cape Town. So he had to move and leave us with my mom to Cape Town, which was a problem for us because we only got to see him once or twice in a year. So that was an issue. So I remember at the age of 4, he passed away. When he passed away, there was a void in me and there was a void in my mom as well. And my mom had to start looking for work, and she also left me to move in a city called Durban, which I only got to see her once or twice again. So in my entire life, I felt rejected because at that time, I thought my parents were just, they didn't want anything to do with me. Started with my dad moving to Cape Town, and now my mom is moving to a different city as well, leaving me behind. So that started creeping in me and creating anger in me, and I felt that nobody cares about me, especially my parents. I remember this one time they had to move me to my mom's side of the family. I was still angry. I didn't even want to move because I was angry at my mom and my dad. It got to a time where I had to move in with my mom when he was in Pietermaritzburg, a different city now. I was gonna start high school there. I remember I was still that angry child. I will not take any instruction from my mom. I will go out and party and come back the next day. And I remember this one time where I felt I need to change, but I couldn't do it myself. So a friend of mine invited me to church. Mind you, at that time I hated anything that has to do with church and God, because I felt he also betrayed me. And the friend that invited me actually was a lady that I was pursuing a relationship with. So when she kept on and she was persistent in terms of inviting me to church, and I was refusing a lot of times. So I remember this one time she invited me again, and she said there will be Alpha, where they invite people from outside to come and have a meal. And she asked me if I would like to join the Alpha, and I was like, okay. I've been trying to get to you, but you've been telling me about church. I might as well try and go to church. So when I got there, so there was a family setup, tables, meal that was shared, but also what made me to stay there was people who were friendly and welcoming. And then towards the end, I remember the pastor spoke about someone in the room or someone in the house who was in need of a father, that they were lacking the father figure and the fatherly love. And at that time, I felt it in my body that the pastor is actually talking about me. That's me. So he called an altar call, and then I found myself at the front responding to the message, responding to the fact that at that time I was in need of a father. And then I found my father, and that's how I accepted Christ to become my Lord and Savior, and God as my Father. So life hasn't been easy, but journeying with Christ, knowing that He's got my back, and also experiencing the love that I've never experienced from my Father has been the thing for me. I'm so excited at this moment. Yeah, that's how things are. Thank you so much for listening to my testimony. I hope you'll be blessed.
I love you, Lord,